Good afternoon everybody, my name is Bone from Decanty and today I got you a brand new video and I'm going to be talking about blue fragrances. Probably had God knows how many videos of these on YouTube about blue fragrances and what they are and if people like them or not. But this is my take on them and generally my general vibes about the entire situation regarding them. I know I'm probably a little bit late on this sort of situation considering they've been around for a good few years, but that's what this video will be about. So stay tuned. So like I've already said, this video is going to be about blue fragrances. The industry's favourite thing to do, especially at the moment, is just pump out these blue fragrances that are mass appealing that everyone wants to buy just because they're a safe and easy way for them to make money. But I'm going to talk about my general overall feelings about it, even though you probably get what my general feelings already are about them. And we'll just go from there and see where we go all this. So just quickly, what is a blue fragrance? Now, it's up for debate. Some people actually say blue fragrance isn't an actual term that's used. Some people will say it is. And some people will just say it's kind of like a slang, talking about a general group of fragrances. But generally a blue fragrance is something that's aromatic, aquatic, sort of has sea notes or a watery vibe about it, and also gives off that clean sort of shower gel sort of feel. Now most of the time you'll find ambroxan, bergamot and vetiver in them just because they're safe accords and notes to have in it. They're mass appealing, everyone likes them, they're very popular at the minute. And that's just generally it. They're just watery, they're meant to be mass appealing, hugely versatile, whether during the day or in the night. Hot weather, cold weather, it doesn't really matter because the notes that they're made up of makes them very versatile. Projection on them isn't always the best, however generally they will last a good few hours, talking about 4 to 6 hours generally, and then you'll have to top up. And that's just generally what a blue fragrance is. It's a quick, easy cash grab generally from most companies because they're easy to make, everyone likes them, and it's a good way to sort of just generate revenue. Now that's not to say that blue fragrances are necessarily bad. For me personally, I think they're a bit generic, but overall the reason why they are popular is because they are very versatile, good projection and decent longevity, and hugely mass appealing. They've got notes that everyone likes that are very popular at the minute. They've been tried and tested in many other fragrances, so they whack them in the blue fragrances, and it's just, who doesn't want to smell clean? That's what these fragrances are. They're clean smelling, aquatic, aromatic, light. It's just easy to wear. Now, for a lot of people who have either just started their fragrance collection or just have maybe just 1 to about 5 fragrances that they have, a blue fragrance is actually a very, very good buy just because they are very versatile, tend to be quite cheap, generally, unless you get into the higher sort of designer brands like Chanel and Dior, or a niche fragrance that has a blue fragrance. But generally they're pretty good for their money. You can get sort of 100 mils for say 40 to 60 quid if you look in the right places on most brands. So they're quite good buy. Like I said, hugely versatile. You're not going to find anyone that says they're really like horrible, and they last ages in terms of that they don't really die out in popularity. I mean, look at something like Davidoff Cool Water, absolute favourite from friggin' donkey's years. You've got another one like Dillon Blue from Versace, which is an absolute massively popular fragrance. And generally they're a good buy if you have a small sort of fragrance collection, or you're not that into your fragrances and you just want something that's going to be nice, mass appealing, and you just want like 1 bottle. You're not that big into it. But for us fragrance connoisseurs out there, once you start smelling around and start, getting a general vibe of what's on the market and all, then you'll find that actually blue fragrances are almost too safe in the fact that they've not really got anything to them, any sort of real substance. Yes, they smell good. I'm not saying they don't smell good, but they don't really have any character. They're like that boring person who is kind of like a yes man, says yes to everything, or just agrees with you just to like not have any conflict or sort of any sort of characteristic to them. That's what a blue fragrance is to me. It's not got any character, it's not very exciting. People go, oh, that smells nice, but they don't. That's it, or they just pass it off completely. It's just got no character. It's not very out there, you know. You don't get me wrong. You want to smell nice, but you also want to have a bit of character to it, and sort of grab people's attention. Even if it smells horrible, it grabs people's attention. But these don't even do that. They just kind of pass by. They just sort of have no character and just go under the radar and just generally aren't that noticed. Don't get me wrong, Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, Dillon Bleu, YVS, all the fragrances like that, hugely popular, very popular. But in general, for me, there's just like no substance at all. Like, for example, I bought Bleu de Chanel just because everyone liked it, and I had a few samples of it. I wasn't that interested in it, but I thought I'd give it a shot and buy it. I just bought a 100ml bottle of it. I think it's the EDP, the one that everyone seems to like. And I won't lie, it was an expensive bottle, and I wasn't all that impressed with the scent. My fragrance collection was already fairly big, so I'd already had quite a few different tastes and different smells, and it didn't really stand out. It just kind of like, okay, that's great. Then I got a few samples of Dior Sauvage, yet again, all of them actually, except from Azov Elixir, which is there. Azov Elixir, that's the only one that I really like, because I do feel like it has the quality, the depth, the richness to it. But in general, the Sauvage line are really disappointing for me. Complete, like, just wipe out. Not interested at all. The other Dior fragrances, on the other hand, I absolutely love. They smell great, they're fantastic, whatever. But the Dior Sauvage line just is absolutely atrocious to me. Do not enjoy it. Bleu de Chanel, I could just ignore that. Can live without it completely. Versace Dillon Bleu, got that quite early in my, which is there with the gold cap and the gold center there. Got that quite early in my collection. Quite impressed. Like I said, really versatile. That is actually my second bottle of it. Quite impressed with it. Quite happy with it. But like I said, after you smell through fragrances, they just kind of not interesting. You know, no character. You can just pass them off. You can live without them. And most disappointing out of all of them is probably YVS, which is this one here. YVS EDP, yet again the one that everyone seems to like. Yet again, not interested at all in it. I'm actually very disappointed with that one, even more than Dior Sauvage and Bleu de Chanel. I think that one just bums out. It is a complete disappointment. People love it. I bought it for, you know, people love it so much that I've got to give it a try. Maybe I'm not found my blue fragrance. And I was so disappointed. Waste of money in my opinion. And just that was kind of like the nail in the coffin when it came to blue fragrances. Me, just unimpressed in general by all of them. And they're just not got any character, and that's what I like. I like something that's got a bit of a punch, whether it be like a spicy punch or a sweet punch or a citrusy punch. I like that. And these don't. They like to play it safe. And that's not what I want. Don't get me wrong, like I said, they are great for starters, great for someone who has a small collection or no collection at all, or for someone that is just starting, you know, maybe you're young, maybe you're just getting into fragrances, go for a blue fragrance. It's great, you can wear it whenever, no disappointment with people going to like it. However, when you do get a few, you'll find that yourself, you'll be disappointed with them, just because I said there's no character. But there is one saving grace. Now, this is, some people argue, is not actually a blue fragrance, but for me, I classify it as one just because it does smell watery, it's refreshing, it's aromatic. I think it's just an absolute phenomenal blue fragrance, and that is, or the cheapest blue fragrance you'll find out there. John Varvatos Artisan Blue. Quite a few times I said on my channel that I love this fragrance. Huge shout out to it just because it is so nice. It is really nice. Performance is terrible though. Projection is awful. You have to almost be like this close to be able to smell it. Longevity, probably just a few hours. And then you have to top yourself up. But in general, you can find it pretty cheap. I I wouldn't be surprised if it actually gets discontinued just because the performance is quite bad, and that is just a big con to it really, and will stop a lot of people from buying it. But fantastic smell. Hugely split on it actually in general. People say it smells like cucumber. I just think it smells great. So that's it. Blue fragrances, in my opinion, too safe, not that great. I like Davidoff Cool Water. I like John Vivatis Artisan Blue, but the others, honestly, quite disappointing. Oh, Versace Dijon Blue is also quite good. Very safe, very good for its money. About £35 for a 100ml bottle. Stunning. Like, really good for its money. You can't complain. I know it's really conflicted everything I've said in the fact that, you know, who doesn't want it to smell good, have that mass bill and get compliments, but you also want to have a bit of character. The other thing is as well is the fact that for me, I kind of like the fact that when someone says, oh, you smell nice, what is that? And then you come out with this fragrance and a bit like, whoa, I've not heard of that one before. Or that's really unpopular. Like, you don't get that a lot. But when you say you're wearing something like Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, Dijon Bleu, Y Vest, Y, a lot of people go, oh yeah, I've got that, or I know someone who's got that, or I know 10 people that have got that. It's just unoriginal. That is another huge con. Everyone smells like it. It's like just being, when you wear a blue fragrance, you become a number, essentially. You just smell like everybody else. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. I know my upload schedule is awful, but hey, stick around. Thank you very much. Highly appreciated, and we are now above 50 subscribers. Thank you so much for your support. See you in the next one.